This video is going to be for people who are just starting out with video or just starting, say, a YouTube channel, much like this, talking to camera. And we're going to be talking about why you need to think about audio and lighting for your videos. It's very important. It's very integral to creating good visual content and audible content and all that jazz. So anyway, let's get going. Wobbly table, coffee on the go. Right, I'm just using my Samsung S9. I've got the camera and I've got the microphone going on the phone. I don't have anything external right now. Hold on a minute, I can show you what I'm talking about. That's my setup, right? Camera, microphone. Let's make a bloody video, eh? Eh? Now that I've shown you my setup, let's talk about it. So, why is audio and lighting so important? Well, thanks for asking, because I've got the answers. Basically, you want your message to be understood, right? So it has to be clear and easy for a listener to understand. Now, when you're using a setup like this, just a phone on a tripod, you're going to want to make sure that your environment is easily controllable, right? So right now I'm sat in a room, I know what kind of sounds are gonna go off, I've got control of what happens, So that way, we're not gonna have any weird sounds come through on the microphone unless it's just performing poorly for some strange reason. And a good way to check that is just to record 30 seconds, a little bit of test footage before you start filming, and just listen to it and make sure you haven't got any extra bits flying in from elsewhere and making your audio a bit crap, right? So that's one way, is making sure you're in a controlled environment. That's how you can make sure you've got good audio, right? Now, if you don't have that space to film in, then you're gonna just wanna check on a few things. You wanna make sure there's no planes flying over. You want to make sure that your dog isn't barking. You're going to want to make sure that you haven't got your washing machine running. And also, because it's the phone camera and the phone microphone, you can't be 20 feet away in the distance in an open public space, because it's never going to capture what you have to say from that kind of distance. Or it might if you shout, but you just like a madman. And if you're hand holding a camera, phone, you're gonna get hand noise in the microphone if you don't have anything plugged in. Let me explain that with an example. I'm not moving my hand much around the camera there, but I'm sure that's probably making quite a bit of noise. If you don't want those kind of sounds on your phone, don't hold it. Put it on a tripod. Tape it to a wall, stand it up on some books or something, and that will give you, better audio. It'll be clear because it won't have that hand noise on the phone. So audio, obviously, incredibly important. Cool? We're cool. I think you get it. I think with all of this nonsense in between, I've got something about audio there. Okay, lighting. If you haven't got the money to spend on lighting, then this might be the tip for you. Use natural lighting. So whether you're indoors or outdoors, you should always be able to make use of natural lighting. Obviously, if it's nighttime, then you're not going to get any. For most people, I assume you'll be able to film in the day. I assume you've got access to natural light. If you don't have access to natural light, I think you probably have been captured and you need to escape. Oh God. Oh Christ, on a bike. Come on. Here's my prop. If we're talking about daylight for your filming, there's two things you have to be aware of, and that's harsh light and soft light. Now, harsh light is when the light comes from the light source and it's not interrupted by anything on its path to the subject, and the subject being you, for example. So this is the sun and this is the ground underneath. If I put my hand out in front of that on a blue sky day, clear day, the light isn't interrupted by anything on its way to my hand, then it will create a sharp and crisp shadow on the ground. And that's harsh light. And that's not the best kind of light when we are making videos. We want nice, soft and diffused light that has a slow drop off, right? And when I say drop off, I mean it goes from the highlight to the shadow in a gradient, in a smooth way. So soft light or diffused light is when, so this is the sun again, and there's something in between the sun and my hand, and that would be a cloud, for example. So you put your hand out and that light would come down, it would hit the cloud, and the light would be scattered around and diffused by that cloud, and as it comes through, it's hitting your hand at all different angles, all different directions. The light hits your hand, and that's why the shadow then is blurry when it's on the ground. I'm lit here. My key light, my main light, is the window light. The sunlight is coming down to earth. It's a blue sky day today, but the light is bouncing off all of the things that are outside of my window. I haven't got direct light shining through my window. It's just reflected light. Light is bouncing off other objects outside and coming through the window, which is giving quite a soft light to this video. And that's great, that's what you want. You want soft light for your videos because it's more flattering and generally just better practice. It looks good. But just make sure when you press that button, you're thinking about the light in the scene and you're thinking about the audio. So there you go. If you got some value from this video, if you got some information, you felt like you learned something, then please like, subscribe and click the little bell so that you can know when I put out my next video. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I've been Rog, and this is SNNS Media. Bye.